Hey guys, welcome back to the Metabolic Mindset. I'm your host, registered dietitian nutritionist Nina Olson. Today we're talking about a frustrating cycle that so many people experience when dieting, and this is the yo-yo dieting cycle, and we want to discuss why you lose the weight only yet to regain it. Then you diet again, and the same thing happens. It feels like this never-ending battle. And if you've ever been there, you know exactly how exhausting and frustrating this is. But there's hope, okay? And this isn't about just willpower. Your body has built-in mechanisms designed to fight against weight loss. And today we're going to break down the science of why this happens, particularly in the role of metabolism, hormones, and your body's survival instinct cycle. We'll dive into evidence-based strategies and break you free from that yo-yo cycle once and for all. So if you have ever felt like your metabolism is working against you, this episode is for you. Always, this podcast is for informational purposes only and should not be considered as personal medical advice. Always consult with your healthcare professional before making any changes to your diet, exercise, or healthcare routines. Let's dive into the show. By the end of today, you're going to be able to uncover metabolism, hormones, and strategies for lasting weight loss success. But before we do that, let's start by defining what yo-yo dieting actually is. Yo-yo dieting is the cycle of losing weight only to regain it, then starting another restrictive diet. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that over 40% of dieters experience weight cycling, often due to unsustainable weight loss methods. This problem isn't just the weight regain, it's what happens inside your body every time you go through this cycle. Each time you go on an extreme diet, your body interprets it as famine and makes internal adjustments to protect you from that. Our bodies are really incredible, and this is just a survival technique. And that doesn't mean anything's wrong. That just means that you might be slowing down your metabolism to conserve energy. You're altering your hunger hormones, which we'll dive into a little bit more, and those hormones can drive up those cravings. Sometimes prioritizing fat storage when food intake increases again. And what that means is when the weight comes back, it's often more fat. Okay, so when we diet, lose all that weight, then regain, we're not regaining lean body mass or muscle, we're regaining fat, making this harder for future weight loss. So why does this happen? It literally all comes down to hormones and metabolic adaptation. What is metabolic adaptation? Okay, so this is basically what happens when we diet, especially when we cut calories too aggressively. Our BMR, which is our basal metabolic rate, drops. Okay, that means your body starts burning fewer calories at rest, making it harder to continue to lose weight. A 2016 study in obesity followed the contestants from The Biggest Loser, and they found that even 6 years after losing that weight, their metabolism still remains significantly slower, meaning that they still had to continue to eat fewer calories than before just to maintain their weight. This is why many people feel like they gain more weight after dieting. It's not in your head. Your body has literally adapted to burning less energy. So let's talk about those hormones, okay? We're going to dive deep in focusing on the driving forces behind hunger and cravings when dieting. Those are the hunger hormones, ghrelin and leptin. Your body's hunger and fullness signals aren't just about willpower. They're biologically programmed to work against extreme weight loss. Ghrelin is the hunger hormone. Ghrelin is primarily produced in the stomach and signals hunger. So when you diet, your body interprets the calorie deficit as potential starvation, causing ghrelin to rise. This is why you feel hungry. Okay? Some patients even say that they might feel constantly hungry. In my experience during the bodybuilding realm of my career, experienced this a lot personally. That's because we're restricting food and your body is literally pushing you to seek food to prevent starvation. Even after you regain the weight, ghrelin levels may remain higher than before, making you feel hungrier and hungrier than you did at your original weight. All right, so what does that mean? Literally means the more that you diet, the hungrier you might feel long term. This is the one reason why losing weight and keeping it off might be so difficult for a lot of people. Now, let's talk about the other hunger hormone, leptin. Leptin is the hormone that, it's a fullness hormone. So this is produced by the fat cells and acts as a signal of satiety. Satiety means fullness. And when you lose weight, your fat cells shrink, causing a drop in leptin levels. This means that your brain gets fewer fullness signals, making you feel hungrier than even if you have eaten enough. So the lower leptin also triggers a decrease in metabolism, making it harder to keep the weight off. So every time you continue to lose the weight, leptin drops, making you hungrier and hungrier and slowing down your metabolism. When you regain weight, leptin increases again, but your metabolism stays suppressed, meaning that you're primed for future weight regain. Now, there's another specific hormone that we need to discuss in terms of the yo-yo dieting, and that is cortisol. Cortisol is also known as a stress hormone. And this hormone can cause you to store fat. Chronic dieting basically increases cortisol. This is your body's basic way that we respond to stress. Elevated cortisol is linked to increased fat storage, particularly around the abdomen, right? Everybody comes in and they're like, I want to lose my belly fat. Well, if your hormones are all messed up, this is why you continue to gain weight or store weight around your abdomen. Stress from extreme dieting, food restriction, over-exercising, standard American diet, unhealthy lifestyles, you name it, right? Work, etc. This can cause cortisol levels to remain high. And with high cortisol levels, it makes it extremely difficult to lose fat. Basically, the bottom line is yo-yo dieting isn't about how much you eat, how much you're out. It's about your hormones and maintaining hormone regulation to support weight maintenance. And unfortunately, the more we push against our biology with extreme diets, the more your body is going to push back. Okay, so now that we understand the why behind this regain cycle of the constant yo-yo dieting, let's talk about some solutions. I actually just did a presentation about reverse dieting for CMEs, which are continuing education credits for providers. And we'll dive into a future episode about what reverse dieting is and how to recover your metabolic rate. Okay. Basically, though, in short, this is slowly increasing calories after dieting so that your metabolism can recover, preventing all that rapid regain. So if you're dieting, you need to think about reverse dieting. And if you have no idea what that is, reach out to me, send me a DM, we can talk. All right. The other thing you need to do, prioritize strength training, all right? Stop it, my cardio queens, okay? We need to build and preserve muscle mass, okay? The more muscle mass you have, the more it supports your metabolism. Avoid extreme diets, guys. Stop doing this, okay? Stop jumping on whatever bandwagon is promising you to, lose 20 pounds tomorrow. This continues to cause this yo-yo cycle, okay? It's going to continue to disrupt your hormones. You need to focus on longevity. We need to focus on supporting our body so that it stops fighting against you. All right, focus on biofeedback. So this is focusing on those hunger and fullness cues. So instead of ignoring your hunger, learn how to recognize what hunger is, what emotional, what kind of emotions are cueing that biofeedback, and how to support that, not fight against them. Okay, this is something I help my patients work on, understand, and develop. It takes time, it takes learning, and it takes some patience and a good qualified practitioner to help you navigate that. Long-term lifestyle changes. All right, we don't love to hear this, right? We love quick fixes. We love instant gratification, but getting into a long-term mindset is going to be key to success. If you can't do it forever, it's not the right approach. All right, real talk. So I know this is a lot to take in, especially if you've been doing yo-yo dieting for your entire life. But if you can take away one thing from today's episode, it's this. The weight loss industry profits from keeping you stuck in this cycle, okay? Your body doesn't want you to be starved, and fighting against biology is a losing battle. So your real solution is working with your body, not against it. And if you're currently dieting and you feel like you're trapped in this cycle, my advice is to stabilize, maybe considering stopping, especially if you're not losing any weight. Rebuild before trying anything else, okay? Focus on fueling your body, managing your stress levels, and repairing that metabolism before going any further. You are not broken. Weight loss is something you can achieve and maintain. Your body is not failing you. Your body is doing exactly what it's designed to do. And with the right strategy, the right support, you can break free from that yo-yo dieting cycle from good. Okay? So you can do this. I hope today's episode was helpful. And that's it for today. I hope this gave you some more insight into why dieting alone isn't always the answer, and what to do to finally take control over your metabolism, or at least give you some insights into what to think about and why things aren't working. If this episode resonated with you at all, shoot me a DM on Instagram at Metabolic RDS. That's Metabolic RDs. For more information or to talk about personalized coaching, you can also go to my website, www.metabolicrds.com. Until next week, I will bring you some more fun metabolic insights. Thanks again for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with a friend. Thanks.